Hey guys, it's me, Dragon Zemo. I'm back at it again with another episode Dragon React with Friends. I'm here with
I'm Bog Stream from Beyond the Airwaves, leveling up. What's up?
Yep. So as you can see, we're watching She-Hulk episode 5. I've already seen episode 5, but it's on private so I'll probably share both of those. And we're probably going to be splitting up how we do the reactions because Andor's coming out next week.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be watching. We'll be watching 2 episodes, and then on the weekend, and then gonna try to see if we can do She-Hulk on Thursdays, so that we're up to date on that. And it's only
Mm-hmm.
like 25 minutes. So before we get into the episode, you want to talk about the last 3 episodes because since the last reaction.
Yeah,
So what do you think about episode 2? And like how she like kind of became like the superhero person, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
Basically, in a nutshell, um, she basically gets fired, then gets rehired. But I think the biggest surprise was seeing Mark Lynn Baker from Perfect Strangers be in this show as her dad.
ah,
That is
I
so
never seen
cool.
Perfect Strangers before.
I
Actually,
have. I remember that show as a kid. I mean, as
my
a kid and
friend
a
is a
teenager growing up.
big
So.
fan of it, like a massive fan.
Mhm.
So I'm like, he's always been talking about that show, but I never actually seen it. So I don't really have that connection you have. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. That's okay.
yeah, so I'm like excited, Like I did enjoy, like I did like her like talking a little bit shit about her cousin, Like I kind
Mhm.
of like the bickering, you know what I mean? And I kind of wish we
Yeah.
get a little bit more of that. But to be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of the courtroom drama stuff with her because I feel like She-Hulk is not really that good of a I don't know. They're just like kind of playing her off just for laughs. I kind of do want to see a little bit more serious She-Hulk. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but you have to remember it is supposed to be partially a comedy as well.
True,
So.
true. But even then, you could just have some serious moments, and like tell a really good story. And I feel like they haven't really been going with that. Like I feel like they just been kind of just pandering to like okay. So I'm not a big fan of how the writers are basically insulting the audience that hates it. You know what I mean? I'm like, why are you trying to make people hate the show? Like good press. Like sure, you might think bad press is any press. You know what I mean, or whatever
Mhm.
the saying goes. But when you basically take a very liked character, from the Marvel universe, you want to try at least do some justice and then at least try to make the story decent for people who do enjoy it. But I feel like they just kind of like half-assed it with this one, and I feel like we kind of need to see they need to be a little bit more serious with her. You know what I mean? Because she's a
Mhm.
big character in the comics. She actually does become a part of the Avengers in the future. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, you want to talk about episode 3?
Yeah.
So, I forgot what happened in episode 3. I kind of been forgetting.
It's basically Abomination gets his day in front of
Oh
the
yeah,
throne
yeah,
room.
yeah. I remember in Wongers and
Mhm.
so I kind of like how they're introducing Wong back into the. I think they're trying to make him into the Dan Lee of the MCU, which hey, I'm fine with that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Wong is a pretty cool guy. He's like kind of like the average Joe. Even though he's not really average. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and I kind of like that. We kind of need a character like that who's gonna show up in all the films, and be like, I don't even know how I got here. I was just here's like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, I do enjoy his. I'm saying, and I'm also like, it's also cool to see Leon Karpsky, I think his name is, or the guy who
Mhm.
plays Abomination. It's really good to see him come back after like 15, 20, 16 years since like the first of Hulk, Incredible Hulk.
Mhm.
So, because I like it, kind of like that movie kind of sucks. Like I recently watched it and it was just not that really good. So I kind of wish they would like get together and like be honest with you, I wouldn't mind another remake with Mark Ruffalo, but I heard Universal still has the rights to it until next
Mhm.
year. potentially. I don't know how. They still never really what you call it. They never really explained how they're gonna do the rights of the Hulk, which
Mhm.
usually they do actually tell people, hey, this is the rights, this is what's gonna happen, you know what I mean? They haven't really done that with the Hulk, and I do want to see more Hulk. Because I like it when Hulk smashes people, you know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
Hulk is supposed to be the most angriest motherfucker in the world, you know what I mean? And not like some smart Hulk or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I don't know. Like they gotta play it safe with this, I can see why they're playing safe, but at the same time, I do want them to try to like go into really good storytelling. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So like explain like why she wants to She Hulk wants to actually become like a hero, like why she doesn't want to become a hero, you know what I mean? Maybe
Mhm.
focus on her eventually not like becoming a regular person and just like I want to see her defending herself as like to have her play like her normal self, you know what I mean? And not have her go She-Hulk and have it be like, yo, this is not who represents me, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's weird. I like yeah, you want to go into and what did you think about it?
Let's see. Episode 3, I feel like, you know, it was good to see that actor. I forgot the guy's name. I'm
I
sorry.
I think it's Karmsky or something. It's
No,
something with
the
a
character's name is Emil Blonsky,
okay.
but I think the actor's name, I believe, is Tim Roth.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay, but it was good to see him back.
After 15 years, like I
Mhm.
did like his thing, but one of the handmaidens actually looks like Carol Baskin. Did you notice that? The
Yeah,
one
but
on the far left. I was like, oh my
yeah.
god, is that Carol Baskin? So
You know how they have to do that.
yeah, dude, if that was actually her, I'd be like, holy shit, they got her. Holy shit. I do not trust that. Just probably try to kill him, But I've
Mhm.
heard rumors that she may have not killed her husband, but instead he disappeared to do illegal shit. So, but yeah.
But yeah, let's see. And then episode
For
4, basically, it's like suing is
Wonder.
like cease and desist over magic. So.
Yep. Ghost no, well actually Danny and Blaze I think his name is. And
Mhm.
turns out his character does actually become Ghost Rider in the comics. But this is
Okay.
not the original Ghost Rider, you know what I mean? I think he goes
Yeah.
by Death Rider. And
Mhm.
then Ghost Rider is his cousin or whoever. I don't know how they explained his story. I never saw the Nick Cage film, so I don't know. I kind of wish they would bring those back, and put them on the Disney or whatever.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, I do want to see them do his story justice. He does deserve a really good story.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm trying to. So what did you think about Madison?
She's hilarious. It's like
Oh
people
my,
are saying she needs her own show already.
oh yeah, I haven't
you know,
been thinking.
I would love to see this Madison and Luis. That
Yeah.
would be a hell of a show right there.
My name is Madison, but it's not what you think. Or some
Mhm.
shit like, oh my god.
And then have Luis telling the story, and having when the actors like mouth what he's saying, like, oh yeah, and then I saw this too.
Dude,
that'd be
oh, that'd be really cool.
that'd be hilarious.
Maybe they can do something. Maybe she well. But remember, she gives her soul up to a devil or something. 'Cause, like maybe we
Yeah.
can see her become a demon or something. You know what I mean? That has to be rescued.
Mhm.
But yeah, the guy who played Lewis is in Scientology, right?
Mhm.
So he's kind of on that like Tom Cruise's weirdness. You know what I mean?
Well.
Even though I've seen interviews with him, he's actually pretty intelligent. I will admit to that. He's actually pretty well spoken for somebody like him who plays comedy actors. He does actually understand roles. I respect him as an actor. So,
Mhm.
but yeah. So you want to get right into the episode now?
Yep. Let's do this.
All right, episode 5.
Yeah. The episode is called "Mean Green and Straightforward into These Jeans."
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here we go. Start it.
Tato. And rest in peace to Queen Elizabeth, by the way.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
I see Lady Thor in there already.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So she's literally just saying the same thing over and over again.
Yep. Mm.
Hmm. He's angry.
Mhm.
Hmm. Basically, it's all the same because they are like you know how beauty standards are, right?
Yeah.
Like it's all the same exact thing, like moisturizer, same. Like it's weird how they have everything.
Mhm.
Mhm. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Remember how this guy got trolled by an actual like shape shifting demon or whatever?
Oh,
Yeah, and it's like the second or third episode. That was actually pretty funny.
yeah.
He was like, "Come on!"
Trip broker.
Drip broker. Hmm. He's kind of weird. He kind of reminds me of those surfer boys you see. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Oh no, it's on the wrong address, isn't it?
Yep. Yep. Uh. Avengers. Avengers.
Oops. Oh boy. Oh god. That looks so silly.
He should have said Alonzo. I don't really like this scene because he just kind of should have said.
Oh boy. I gotta admit, this is getting a little silly.
Yep. And it's kind of a filler episode, sadly.
Mhm.
But you know, You roasted her ass. Shrek.
Mhm.
Yeah. The Hawkashi. Damn. You notice how she just roasted him the whole entire time? A lot. He sounds so weird in that. He's like, oh, I'm horny. He's so weirded out by him.
Hmm.
Hmm. That's what she said. That guy's actually a real wrestler in real life.
Hmm.
Like a football player, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I like how she said, oh, let me buy me stuff. I want to be a hooker. Ah. Uh
Oh,
oh. Awkward. Yeah. I do like Tatiana's smile though. I like it.
mm-hmm.
Like when she's in her normal self, not her She-Hulk form.
Yeah.
Watch this, Shirley. Watch this. Do you notice something?
Oh my
Hey!
gosh.
Hell yeah! That is why I wanted you to watch this.
That's hilarious. That's like the funny way of introducing Daredevil.
Oh, dude, I'm so hyped.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
like,
love I
bro.
I love the credits the way they do it, like, like the courtroom artwork.
Yeah, I wonder if they actually got any actual courtroom artists to do it.
That's a good question. Because the way this is done is like I bet it has to be a courtroom artist who actually did it.
For sure. Like, and also, I forgot to mention, what did you think of the body yada 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 She-Hulk did last week? I actually liked it. I thought it was pretty funny. Even like, because it was cringe. I kind of liked it because it was just so out of touch of Marvel to do that. I was like, okay, this is
Mhm.
actually pretty funny. Even though it's cringe. I was like the body yada 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 yada. Because they've actually danced to that song in the club. You know what I mean? So.
Mhm.
But yeah, what did you think of Daredevil's horn helmet?
It's like, oh boy.
Yeah, dude, if he's not, he has to show up next episode now. And
He
then
probably will. He
I
probably
I
will.
have a feeling he's going to be in the last few episodes now.
Mhm.
Because I think you just don't simply have Daredevil in the show. You know what I mean? You should have never
Right.
because we have to see Matt Murdock. But and I do. I heard the last they were gonna say that they were gonna explain if this was the Daredevil from our universe or the
Mhm.
Netflix first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So hopefully that does explain it, and then we get to see Maddie Murdock become
Mhm.
like because I really do enjoy Daredevil. I love Carly Cox's impression of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he embraces the role unlike Ben Affleck. So I do hope that he is able to come back, and do this shit forever. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or have
And it
a
yeah, and it does not look like there is an after scene this time.
yeah. They said I think only the first 4 episodes have after credit scenes, but
Okay.
we'll see that until next time. So
Okay, so we can literally stop this one right here, right
yeah,
now, since we're done with it.
yeah. So out of I gave this a 5 out of 10 because it wasn't really had anything really that big, going on. So
Yeah, I'm gonna give this one maybe about a 6.
because it just is.
It just it was okay, but not. I think sometimes I think it's trying to be too comedic.
Yeah, it kind of having the problem of Thor right now, Thor 4.
Hmm.
So it's like being too comedic for its own good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
So
mean,
you comedy movies are supposed to have their down moments. You know what I mean? And I think they
hmm,
are kind of not doing that yet. And I kind of think that kind of affects the movies. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So you gotta be able to balance it out. That's what the thing is about comedy movies. So,
Hmm.
but yeah.
I think. Let's see, that was episode. We got 4 episodes left, so
Hmm. Yeah.
so
So yeah.
so
The
let's.
di-
I hope they do step it up because the series looks pretty good. It's just that some of these have been a little
Man.
off.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to describe what
I
this
think
show's wanting to
I
do.
think what it is I think it's trying too hard.
Hmm.
I think that's what the problem is. It's trying a little too hard instead
Yeah.
of just let it flow. It's almost like it's a forced flow. You get my drift?
Yeah, like, and I could definitely see where you're coming from because it feels to me that they kind of made this show just to make this show, and not develop it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And like, I do know that they were gonna like the reason why we saw the Hulk leave in episode 2 is
Mhm.
because they're potentially leading to a planet Hulk,
Yeah.
which, if you know the story, basically he went to the battle planet in Thor
Mhm.
3, and
Mhm.
basically a genocide happened after that battle.
Mm.
So they ended up killing everybody else, and because of that, Hulk becomes crazy again. He becomes the Savage Hulk we know, and
Mhm.
therefore that's when all the Avengers come together and start attacking him, and like start going crazy with him. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's because he's trying to like get over his son, and like all this stuff. It's weird. I haven't actually read so Planet Hulk, but I just
Mhm.
know that I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. And then after that, I heard they're gonna do World War Hulk, which
Hmm.
comes from Planet Hulk. So, and I'm okay with that, So,
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, I think, like I've been saying, I think the show's not too bad, but I think it's trying too hard.
yeah, but maybe in the future, if they do give this a season 2, maybe they'll take whatever responses from the first season and
Mhm.
improve on that
Yeah.
significantly. And to be honest with you, I think them having like Matt Murdock in the show kind of screwed with it. You know what I mean? A lot of people are
Mhm.
expecting him to be more in the show than what we wanted to. You know what I mean? And I think that's really also
Mhm.
deafening, like, as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think them like showing Matthew Murdock in the series, is just not really a good idea. I think they should have waited for that and like unveiled them in like a teaser or something. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And not have them be in a trailer. So
Yeah. Well, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
exactly, and luckily we all see it the next episode next week because there's no way they're not going to have Matt Murdock show up and be like, I'm a really good lawyer and I don't want to have to take you down for selling it. Like, I can
Yeah.
imagine him basically blackmailing because I think that's what Matt Murdock does. He blackmails people as like Matt Murdock.
Daredevil. Yeah.
Yeah, and like then he unleashes his full strength. Because I do want to see Matt Murdock being brutal. You know what I mean? That's kind of his
Mhm.
story. He's known to be like super brutal when it comes to like beating up people. And I think
Yeah.
that's just how it needs to be. But yeah.
Anyway.
So overall, like, yeah. So 5 out
Yeah.
of 10 for me for the.
And 6 out of 10 on this episode for me. The whole series, I'm giving it I'm going to say about 6.5 so far.
Yeah, it's going downhill. You know what I mean? It needs to, like, the last 4 episodes have to be
They've got to step
amazing.
that up. They've got to really
They
step it up.
Yeah, because this won't get 100 from me, or like an A or a B. It'll probably get a C from me.
Mhm.
But if it does turn itself around, because I cannot do like bad writing, you know what I mean? I gotta get like beyond it for itself. So, but yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll see something, and then yeah, we'll probably do a reaction to She-Hulk next Thursday, and
Yeah.
then Andor on Saturday and
Okay,
stuff.
wait, let me ask this
Right.
question. What's your schedule for Wednesday? Because we don't do our show on Wednesdays.
Oh, not anymore?
No, we do like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. It's just that things got messed up last week because I had the concert last night.
Okay.
So I mean, we could do all 3 episodes of Andor.
Potentially, yeah, that might not be a bad idea. Like,
Yeah,
I kind of wish we could bring more people from beyond the airways, but I don't know anybody who's willing to like.
yeah, yeah. I think most people like they're usually tied up doing something. I know Mike will do streaming on
Yeah,
video
and
games. So
and that's what I do. Like, that's what I'm doing. We're streaming right now on Twitch, which
mhm,
because I have way more control on Twitch compared to YouTube. So,
mhm,
and we don't have to worry about people talking, and just like being very rude in the chat. So,
Yeah,
But yeah.
and what I do want to make a bit of an announcement. I think sometime in the next month,
Hmm.
I am actually going to start doing a little bit of game streaming myself. I'm going to be doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I have a few friends who used to do that. They try to get me
Yeah.
to play, but
I mean,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
not everybody gets to do it. That's okay. And me, it's like I'm playing it not like all day, all night. No, but I'm getting it. At least I'm getting a better idea on how the actual card game works.
Okay, so for me, I used to play the card game, but in the last like 5 to 10 years, they've changed so much of it, of the original game itself,
Yeah.
to way
Yeah,
too
but
many new mechanics
yeah,
involved
but
now.
I'll tell you this much. Two of the voice actors, Dan Green, who did Yugi and Pharaoh, and Eric Seward, of course, Seto Kaiba, they started their own podcast.
Oh, really? Talking
Yes,
about
it's called
Yu-Gi-Oh, or
yeah.
just talking
Well,
about?
not just talking about sometimes life in general, but if you want to, it's called The Heart of the Cards, and it's on YouTube.
Okay, now that's a great name. Hard
Yeah,
to
the
cut.
heart of yeah, I like it. But now they have 3 episodes under their belt, but technically the first episode is called episode 0 because it is their tribute to the creator
Oh
Kazuki
yeah,
Takahashi, who passed away
yeah. He died in
recently.
a weird accident too.
He
Like,
died apparently of an apparent drowning accident.
yeah, like he was like scuba diving at night, and you're like not supposed to do that unless you have like 4 or 5 other people with you, in a
Mhm.
boat. Yeah, it was very weird. So,
Mhm.
right, so rest in peace to him, Kazuki
Yeah.
Takahashi. Thank you for creating one of the greatest games of all time. Card
Yeah,
game.
and I'm playing Duel Links a little bit. I'm starting to at least get an idea of okay, I can't get this monster unless I tribute these 2 or 3. It's like okay, I'm beginning to understand this a little bit.
Hmm. I might try it. I might try playing.
If you like it, fine. If you don't, that's okay too. Because
Yeah, because
I
I
mean, me,
haven't played like Yu-Gi-Oh in years,
oh,
like years. I
I
gave
have.
my
I never really played the card game, but it's like I'm familiar with the anime. Besides, especially since it's got its own channel on Pluto.
That's good. Like
Yeah.
dubbed or subbed.
Dubbed.
Oh, okay. I heard the original Jap. I heard like the dub has always been great. That's like a legendary good. Like, I heard that's like one of the better dubs of fun for kids. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it really is. And I got to talk to Dan Green not too long ago,
how
so
was that? Did he
that was
do
pretty
it? Time
cool.
the time to duel?
Yeah, it was pretty cool because the one question I said, how in the world could you get yourself between the high pitched Yugi and the serious and low pitched Pharaoh?
Mhm. That's a good question. I kind of want to wonder that. What did he say about that?
Well, it's all about it was all about the inflection of his voice.
Oh, so he basically was like, you got to be like able to talk like this and then
It's like
go up there
it's like
this and be
there's a
like,
certain way you got to talk like this, and then you have to suddenly turn around and talk like this. So.
mm-hmm. Did he like? Would he ever do anything in the studio to like warm himself up to do it, like to turn around or
Um,
something?
I bet most of the voice actors probably do, because I always try to go for the more unusual questions. And speaking of voices, I don't know if you're aware of this, but I'm going to be doing my own voiceover work
Yeah, for a
for
book, right?
for a series of audiobooks. It's called the Psalm 23 Mysteries, and I'm going to be playing the church business manager. So
Nice. Have they
yeah.
has she announced what exactly you'll be doing or not yet?
I haven't. Well, she announced she's basically announced everybody doing roles and such. But we haven't started anything just yet. So
Okay, so it's
and
gonna be a
that's
while before we hear something.
and that's okay. That's fine. That's
Mhm.
okay.
But yeah, I'm like super excited. Like I have actually considered getting into voice acting myself, but I don't know who I would go to know the
Well,
position.
what I would give you a recommendation. There's a group in Facebook, the Bloomvox Studios community, because it's run
Bloombox?
by voice actor Steve Bloom.
Uh, Bloombox?
Yeah, Bloomvox, Blumv as in Victor, Ox.
Oh, okay. VLUM Bloom.
It's the Bloomvox Studios community Facebook group.
Okay. BLUMEVOX.
No, it's just BLUMVOX.
Bloom. Okay.
highly recommend it because there are a lot. There's a lot of people getting encouraged. They say, "Hey, I got this role." Blah blah blah.
Okay. So who do I reach out? Like, how do you like? Can you send it to me on Facebook Messenger?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, that'd be cool. All right. So we're gonna close it off here, guys. Thank y'all
Mhm.
for watching. I'm Dragon Zero, and this is.
I'm Bog Stream from Beyond the Airwaves, leveling up.
Thank y'all for watching. I'm Peace, and we'll see you Wednesday probably. We don't know.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
all so. All right. Time